The other thing I think this highlights is that empire itself is often thought of as an abstraction, right? It's thought of as British or French colonial actors in Europe making decisions, and the empire is something that comes from Europe and goes out. When in fact, empire is something that's experienced on the ground. It's something that is constituted by the people as much as it is experienced by them, right? That people like Charles Michel Mouet-Langlade, who is part French, part Indian heritage, right? He is he is sort of partly loyal to the French cause, partly loyal to the Ottawa cause, is part of this colonial world just as much as the French officers. That an English girl who is captured and brought to Quebec can actually play a very important role in colonial society. That a mixed race man in Senegal and his family can actually be the engine that makes colonialism go, even though in a larger sense the greatest victims of this colonialism were African peoples, right? Not all of them, and not all the time. But in all of that, we shouldn't think of empire as something that is particularly rosy, right? It's hard, it's painful, it's violent. And the actions of the executioner in Martinique should remind us that even if in any individual situation people are able to adapt, people are able to make their world make sense in the context of empire, the choices they make are embedded in this larger system of power that is based for its economy and for all of its sort of structural strength in the violent transportation of Africans into the slave trade for the production of commodities. Right? And so that this world of empire is complex, it's contingent, it can work for some people, but that at the same time, it's not something that is just contested or just negotiated or just experienced as personal, because there are abstract powers at work that we need to keep in mind.